We're live over here, 77 WABC. Frankie Russo pre-show 114 in the fizzle pizzle. Dizzle. Before we go to anything, always America's team. Let's get a little, my thing is a little, what do you call it? But America's team. Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show. America's team, baby. You better believe it. Click on it. Let's help America's team help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces fight post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what we're going to do. Go to this icon, click on the buttons. Let's get the funding going. Right now it's slow, but I ain't stopping until it happens because we're going to help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. That's what I'm talking about. You better believe it. Just a quick overview. The model that we've been developing, this is like an oral term paper. Fraudulent Selective Service Card, BAMA, Memorandum of Understanding with the Clinton Foundation attached to the State Department. And then we got the Iranian Global Terror Network, the Iranian surrogates, and the whole timeline is pretty interesting what we've uncovered. But anyway, we're moving forward today. All right, so my computers are one's on now, the other one crashed. Now they're both on. Go figure. So we got here, Stacey Dash claims Michelle Obama encouraged graduates with America is racist speech. What do you think about that? Stacey Dash, Michelle Obama encourages graduates with America is racist speech. What do you think? Michelle Obama addressed Jackson State University, historically black college, capitalized on her audience by reminding them that racism is alive and well in America. Hey, hey, I guess that's part of the human condition at this point. There is some form of it, whatever. It hasn't, it hasn't stopped a lot of people from achieving the American dream or whatever. I don't know. I just still think a guy like Ben Carson is the model, the new model. African American neurosurgeon. I mean, that doesn't get better than this guy. Ben Carson's story is just amazing. No? But anyway, I just thought I'd just throw that in there. It's just a little different, something different. This university, Liberty University, will allow students to keep guns in dorm room. Liberty University Virginia will allow students with concealed carry permits to have guns in campus dorm rooms for campus safety purposes. The president of the university, Jerry Falwell Jr., passed a proposal last week to put the plan into effect. Falwell was the one who initially proposed the idea. This initiative was following the attacks on Virginia Tech University back in 2007 after the San Bernardino shooting late last year. So that's interesting. Here's a constant surge of people crossing legally. Apparently Donald Trump has been resignating, and the number of people crossing the border illegally is on the rise. The Border Patrol chief said the number of people crossing the border is consistent with the surge 2 years ago. More than 80,000 people crossed the border illegally since October. It includes more unaccompanied children and family members from Central America and Mexico, and it's about the same as during the immigration crisis of 2014. So that one's on the bubble. Here's an interesting one. Congress holding Pentagon hostage unless they allow troops to carry firearms while on bases. U.S. House lawmakers are putting pressure on the Senate and Obama to resolve the debate over whether or not personal firearms should be allowed on military bases. Why not, right? It's ridiculous. In or out? Maybe? Okay. That's on the bubble. Here's an interesting one. Poll. Not a single White House reporter is a Republican. Not a single member of the White House press corps is registered Republican, according to a survey. Those results are buried in a story this week on President Obama's relationship with the press. An infographic posted An infographic posted in the story reveals that not a single one of the 72 members of the White House press corps surveyed by the Virginia-based trade publication identifies with the GOP. Crazy stuff, right? Here's an interesting one. Judicial Watch, another Clinton email cover-up. This Judicial Watch is an amazing group. It is not what they think it is, a right-wing conspiracy wing. They went after Bush on the Patriot Act. They went after. I mean, it's irregardless of party. They're not a right wing group. They were going after Bush. They were going after all of the violate what they felt to be with the Patriot Act and all those different. They're for liberty. It has taken several years of persistent pressure from the Judicial Watch even to begin to expose Hillary Clinton's email scandal. For example, we reported that we could have known about her email games 2 years ago, but the State Department not covered a key email responsive to a Judicial Watch FOIA request. The Obama State Department admitted last week that it withheld a key Benghazi email of former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton from the Judicial Watch since September of 2014. Had the department disclosed the email when it was supposedly found, Clinton's email server and our hidden emails would have been revealed before she authorized the alleged deletion of 10,000 emails. I love what they're doing, but all this stuff is semantics. It's all, once they start cutting and splicing these different things, the emails, the whole gravity of what Hillary Clinton actually did gets lost. And it's a one big ruse. Everybody's looking. Are the emails classified and are not classified? Nobody's looking at the fact that she actually had a server in her basement. And for those who understand what a server is, to cut to the chase, basically you could say one server could be equivalent to 100 file cabinets, to 500 file cabinets back in the day before computers. And quite frankly, she had hundreds of thousands of emails, hundreds of thousands of documents. So maybe she's got, who knows, hundreds of thousands of, so her server could be equivalent to, her server houses hundreds of thousands of electronic files. So before computers, did we use file cabinets with hard copies? So basically, she had hundreds of thousands of United States government documents in her basement. But anyway, this is interesting. Huge. Nearly 90% of GOP sees Trump as presumptive nominee. A record number of Republican voters now believe Donald Trump will be the GOP's presidential nominee. A new Rasmussen report. Nearly 9 in 10 GOP voters in the latest installment of the Trump Change survey view the billionaire-turned-Republican frontrunner as the presumptive nominee. The sharp increase comes just days after Trump swept all 5 primaries in the northeastern states where voters cast their ballots. They'll never say this on Fox News. They'll conjure up this. They're still stuck on the 65% unfavorable or 65% negative. They're so bad. So bad. They're so dishonest. China ratchets up the tension, blocks U.S. aircraft carrier from docking in Hong Kong. I don't know. China just ratcheted up the tension with the U.S. by blocking a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, the USS Stensis, entry into Hong Kong port. The Pentagon has confirmed the latest aggressive move by the communist country's response to the dispute over man-made islands in South Korea Sea, according to Fox News reporting. I don't think that one is. I just put it there. This is interesting. There's Pamela Giller. She's an interesting lady. She has an interesting blog. Moscow requests UN to add ISIS, according to Pamela Giller, ISIS-linked groups to official terror list. This is what America used to do. This was America's role in the world, but under a post-American president, our role as the global force for freedom has been dismantled. Now Russia is doing it. Russia requests UN to add ISIS-linked groups to official terror watch list, terrorist list, legitimize attacks on them by the RT. This comes out by the RT. Let's see what the RT says. I'm going to go back. Okay, right, legitimize attacks. I'm going to go right to what she. I might as well go back to what she wrote. This is what Pamela Gillow wrote. Russia has officially requested the UN to sanction and delegitimize two militant groups, Anhar al-Sham and Jashim al-Islam, who are known to have close ties to ISIS and al-Qaeda and regularly violate and sabotage the Russian-U.S. brokered Syrian ceasefire. The Russian ambassador to the UN, Kirkin, has submitted Moscow's request to the Counterterrorism Committee Executive Directorate, CTED, Tuesday, asking to add these groups to Anhar al-Sham and Jaish al-Islam to the list of the so-called ISIS al-Qaeda sanctions committees. That's something to talk about. My computer, it always gets, around this time, gets slow, you know? Oh, man. Ohio. My computer's slow. I'm sorry. It's just crazy. U.S. cases of Zika virus top 400. New test gets FDA approval. It's something to not to sniff about, that's for sure. Now with the summer coming and mosquitoes and right, the Zika virus continues to spread. What the hell is this? What this? Oh my God, good name. For the grace of God. The Zika virus continues to spread throughout the Western Hemisphere, including through Central America and South America. Concerns are growing for pregnant women because the mosquito-borne virus has been shown to cause a serious birth defect called microcephaly. What do you think? Microcephaly, characterized by an abnormally small head and brain. Puerto Rico faces growing number of the viruses. The Zika virus topped 400 in America. 426 have been diagnosed throughout in the 50 states. 36 were pregnant women. In U.S. territories outside the 50 states, the number of those affected are far higher at 599, 59 pregnant women. Is that in the game?
Actually, a variation of that. Puerto Rico going into bankruptcy this weekend.
Yeah.
We should look that up. That's a really good story.
How about de Blasio and his problems?
We need more time.
We do, right? You're right.
What's that?
If you're fearful, arm yourself. If you feel you need to protect yourself or your family, do so. Pike County Sheriff Charles Redder's Sunday comments to his county residents may have caused a collective raising of an eyebrow from the audience following last Friday's mass shooting from afar. This is in Ohio. This is in Ohio, Pike County in Ohio. People are bearing arms, huh? It's about the
Yeah.
third article we read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, let's see. U.S. weighing under radar routes for Syrian refugees. Glenn Beck, my campaigning with Cruz didn't cause layoffs at the. He lost $500,000. $500,000 because he was campaigning with Cruz. Glenn Beck's claiming.
I didn't understand the one back.
ISIS hackers released a hit list.
Yeah, they want to kill us all.
Rubio's warming up to Trump.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Cruz's father is in the campaign. You know that, right? He's in Indiana. Cruz's father. I haven't gotten any response on that. Look, this thing just crashed.
No, no.
It just crashed.
Yeah.
Restore pages. What happened?
I don't track of it. I would look up the Puerto Rican bankruptcy. That's a big thing.
Oh man, Puerto Rican bankruptcy. All right, let's do that in a second. Let me just see where I'm at. Oh man, where was I? Hmm. Oh, over here. Okay. Um. Oh, this one. Yeah. Marco Rubio roaming up to Trump.
Hmm.
His performance has improved significantly, according to Rubio. He continued to withhold an endorsement of the Canadian cruise. If he keeps winning delegates like he did the other night in New York, I think he's going to reach that number, according to Rubio. But let's see. There's still other states to go. He's revised, let's not divide the party, that type of thing. Rubio did echo the argument that if Trump is close to 1237, he should get the nod.
That's good.
That is good.
I wrote that down.
I do think it's valid to argue to delegates, look, let's not divide the party. We have someone here who has all the votes, very close to get 12 to 37. Let's then ignore the will of the people or they're going to be angry. That's great.
That's,
And delegates may decide that on that reason they decide to vote for Trump. But if they don't, it's not illegitimate in any way. That's why we elect delegates, according to Jim. He told Miami host Jim Cephalo, I'm just going to go up to here. They're going to be angry. That's what I'm going to go up to when I read it.
oh, yeah,
It's good stuff.
that's a good one.
Ted Cruz's father worked with supplements makers sued by investors. He was an oil services company has founded with his wife had collapsed. Their properties were foreclosed on. They declared bankruptcy. Inspirational tale of fleeing Cuba and making it in America through faith, hard work, and stirred crowd. What bullshit this is? I don't have the data yet. I'm gonna get it
We should get that. Get that data. Yeah.
on the handing out of the flyers in New Orleans. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm trying. I get that, boy. I'll be on top of Mount Everest. Ted Cruz's father was handing out hands off Cuban pamphlets
Yeah.
with Lee Harvey Oswald in 1963. They got him there to his apartment in New Orleans. I think that's where he had his first wife. He married his wife, something. It's all there except the photos. I can't, I gotta be responsible.
Yeah.
If I have, all I need is statistical significance. I don't need the unadulterated truth. I don't have, in other words, I don't have to go in there, see Ted Cruz banging the chick from CNN with the red dress. I see the tattoo. They're both wearing removable tattoos, and one shows it on Fox News, and the other one shows it on the Twitter. What else more I need to know? We all know what that means when you're sharing removable tattoos. What that means. Am I wrong? He's on a Ashley Madison a prostitution list. His phone number is in the call log 65345 times. He's calling up there to say hello, or he wants to send it in.
He wants votes.
He wants votes. Oh God, Lord have mercy. Enter Thunderdrome, inside the world's largest post-apocalyptic festival where thousands of Mad Max fans gather in the desert. Wasteland Weekend is an annual 4-day festival that allows lovers of Mad Max movies franchise to see what it is really like to live in a society where civilization is crumbling.
That's funny. That could be a good Mad Max.
Mad Max, that's crazy.
Mhm.
For many, the end of the world might seem daunting, but for these festive goers, a post-apocalyptic world in the middle of a Californian desert is a form of escapism. At least this is the case for Mike Orr, who is known as, I don't know, the 4-day post-apocalyptic party in the Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert began in 2010 and has steadily grown each year. This year, its event is set to be held September 22nd to the 25th. So,
Well, the Mojave Desert is California.
Mojave Desert.
But this would be good for the convention goers to unwind. We should do this after commercial 3.
Convention voters
Read this, say, I have a place for the convention goers to unwind.
for Cleveland, right? Exactly.
No,
Great
or
point.
in Philadelphia.
Right, in Philadelphia, right.
Whatever. This will be it.
Okay, very cool.
That's funny. That should be after commercial 3.
Consistent surge of undocumented. We got Russians barrel roll Air Force plane.
Yes, yeah. That's almost the story.
Trump prompts rush. What?
But the airplane
Oh.
is buzzing ships.
Trump prompts rush to citizenship. And anti-immigrant rhetoric from the campaign trails encouraged Latino immigrants to become United States citizens won't go on mine to vote against GOP frontrunner Donald Trump. It's crazy, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. In California, more than 850,000 people registered to vote between 2000. So do this in another country. You know, I have no problem. My family came from Italy. They came into Ellis Island. I was born here. I mean, I don't understand this. You know, in all due respect, there's reasons why people come from the Caribbean, people come from South America, Central America, Mexico to come in here. Why do I have to apologize for my country, the greatness of America? Am I right or wrong? I mean, I'm respectful. I'm not hating on other countries and other people. The Trump campaigns with families of victims killed by undocumented immigrants. This guy, this gentleman, African American fella. What a story. Someone was a tremendous athlete.
Oh, yeah. One's a cop.
He's in the kitchen, and he's bang, 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 pop, 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 pop. Goes outside, his son's laying in the street. Are you kidding me? Who ever heard of stories like this? And he's able to stand up in front of everybody and talk about it? What an individual. That's Jameel Shaw, a Donald Trump supporter.
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, listen, look at this one. Listen to this one. I gotta get this one on. I gotta get this one on my computer for you to hear us.
Okay.
I want you to hear this. You gotta hear this. We don't need a. Listen to this. We don't need a white man telling us that he's gonna build a wall in our land. We want him out. Our land.
Mm,
You believe this?
mm,
She's from Mexico.
oh,
You don't think there's something wrong with that?
mhm.
I'm like, we don't need a white man to be telling this is our land. She's in California.
I try and forgive the people from California.
What?
I try and forgive the people from California.
I mean, it's just crazy.
Probably one of the many reasons I don't live there.
I mean, I got no problem with California.
It's a little hard to do. It's a little bit like Florida. It's a nice place to visit.
I like California.
I visited it several times.
Protests rage outside Trump rally in Orange County. 17 arrested, cars smashed. What?
I think I'll just watch it right down for the show.
Okay, so that's Cruz's evangelist father reemerges in India, Indiana. India. It's 12:15 in the morning.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry. After negative reporting of his religious views, the Christian evangelist father of Ted Cruz has returned to the campaign trail in an effort to win evangelical voters in Indiana, whose primary Tuesday is regarded by many as the Texas senator's last hope to keep his bid alive to become the Republican presidential nominee. These frauds, they just don't stop. These frauds. These frauds just don't stop. Donald Trump. Oh yeah, Donald Trump goes to speak in San Francisco. He has to, because of they did a chain around the entrance of he couldn't go through the normal way. He had to climb over a gate and everything.
Yeah, that wasn't San Francisco.
Yeah, it was. It was in Cali. I think it was San Francisco.
It was Burlingame, I think. It wasn't San Francisco.
Burlingame, right? Burlingame,
Yeah.
right? You're right. Burlingame protest. San Francisco. San Francisco.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And he says,
No, see, it's Burlingame.
Burlingame.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump says he feel like he crossed the border. He's a funny dude.
Yeah, we should, okay. All right, Burlingame, yeah, Burlingame, okay.
Okay.
Burlingame, okay, that should be that. Okay.
Celebrities moving to Canada.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. And tell them you can mention your producer by name and tell them I will drive them to the airport. We should lift them. Yes, that's good. Yeah, that's a good story.
And then he can take Cruz with him back to Canada.
Yeah. Tell them I have a '97 Cadillac. I'll
Right.
pile them all in, and I'll drive them to the airport. You have to say that. Okay, really.
Oh my God.
I mean, the opening of the show is going to be really good today. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, I forgot that.
Trump has 43 remaining, about 43%. He needs
Yeah.
about 43% of the remaining delegates to win. The
Mhm.
1237.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. I want to see how this one plays out. Brother, others related to San Bernardino arrested.
Yeah, but it was marriage fraud, so
Well, why couldn't it? But why couldn't it be also? Why couldn't they have also made the Saeed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik made that marriage?
Well, we actually lived with each other.
What happened? Why couldn't they have made that marriage?
I mean, with this guy named Farouk,
Yeah,
she was paying him $200. It was a sham. She was paying him $200 a month to be married. She was living with someone else.
Who was?
His wife.
Tashfeen Malik?
Mhm.
The shooter?
No, this guy is.
3 people with close family ties to the couple responsible for San Bernardino were arrested on alleged marriage fraud scheme.
Yes, marriage.
The accused included Saeed, Fahil, Farouk, his brother and sister-in-law, Saeed
Mhm.
Rizwan, Farouk, and
Nice.
Tashim Malik died in the
It's almost a
shooting.
story. It's almost 20 past.
Here it is. Okay, we'll get there.
It's almost a story. It's,
Well, but wait. Saeed
married.
Farouk's wife, Tatiana, and her sister, Mariana, says Mariana's marriage to Enrique Marquez, the only person charged in the shooting, was a sham designed to enable her to obtain legal status. All right. So really, Enrique Marquez confessed to the scheme when authorities questioned him about the shootings, and he acknowledged getting 200 a month to marry this woman.
Yeah.
That's not really anything.
Yeah.
That's true. I thought it was going to be something. It's really nothing. There goes that one. I thought I had something there. Oh, here's one. Eliminated. Exclusive data. Donald Trump has 2 million more votes than Mitt Romney did in 2012. Mitt Romney had the nomination. Donald Trump is, in addition, is on the way of breaking the record set by W. Bush in 2000 with 10.8
Yeah, but
votes.
he had a lot. He had like 15 million.
10.8 million.
Really?
Donald Trump already has 10.1 million.
He's got a ways to go to catch up to Bushy still. But it's on his way.
It was 10.8 million.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Well, that's a little academic. All right. I think we should wind this up now.
Okay. All right, so what are we doing? I gotta get the shout outs.
We have to write our show.
Yeah. Got
It's
it.
kind of important. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm ready to write the show.
Frankie Russo, we're checking out. We finished the pre-show. Got a lot done over here. 77 WABC. We did good. Remember, America's team. Go to the icon. America's team. Help America's team help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces fight post-traumatic stress disorder. Frankie Russo, see you in about 40 minutes. 77 WABC. Yeah.